Risk management is something we subconsciously do from the moment we wake up in the morning. Getting out of bed, getting ready for work, cooking and eating our breakfast, crossing the street and driving to work. We continuously monitor the various hazards, we evaluate the respective risks, and we take the necessary control measures to prevent any harmful consequences. What we should do is consciously be aware and manage risks on an everyday basis, not only in relation to our personal life, but especially in relation to our work environment. Let's check how we can contribute to risk management on a daily basis. While proceeding with a task and always being aware and observant, we identify a hazard. What should we do? We immediately stop and think. How significant is the hazard? What are the chances of something going wrong? And how bad could the consequences be? Risk assessment involves prioritizing risks. When the risk is high, it is coded red. The risk is unacceptable. When the risk is medium, it is colored orange. The risk is moderate. When the risk is considered low, it is green. The risk is at an acceptable level. You have probably noticed that the approach is very similar to an in-depth risk management. It's a much simpler approach without the use of tools, tables, matrices and other additional data. It is an approach whereby any professional can apply their knowledge and experience to identify the hazard, evaluate the risk level and firstly decide whether it's a go or a no-go situation, and then decide whether any additional measures are required to ensure that the risk is at an acceptable level. Any professional should be in a position to say no when the risk is estimated to be at an unacceptable level. If we consider the risk to be coded red, which is high, we then stop what we're doing and we report it. We do not proceed unless it is mitigated. In case of an orange coded risk, which is a medium risk, we minimize it, proceed with the task and report it. In case of a green coded low risk, we proceed with the task and we just need to be aware of it. Let's remember how Tim applied on-the-spot risk management in our story. Let's examine each hazard separately. When he reported to duty, he realized that he hadn't been properly introduced to the facilities and his colleagues. We can say that the level of the risk was orange medium. He reduced the level of the risk by trying to find his way around and he also reported it. Then he identified the broken wire of the ECG. We can say that this was coded red, high level of risk, so by reporting to his supervisor and ensuring that the device was replaced, he managed to reduce the risk to green, acceptable level before undertaking any mission. The third hazard was the traffic on site. This was estimated to be orange, medium level risk, whereby taking extra caution and being continuously aware of the traffic, he continued with his work. And finally, in the case of the hazard of getting sick at work, he probably thought that this was a red high level hazard, and that is why he requested to leave from work. Can you think of some examples from your work where you have applied on-the-spot risk management? The responsibility of risk management is a joint responsibility between the organization and the individual. The organization provides the resources, sets the procedures, and empowers us with training. Since we, the individuals, are using the resources, follow the procedures, and transfer the training to the job environment, we have the responsibility to identify hazards and apply on-the-spot risk management. Depending on the severity of the associated risk, if possible, minimize it on the spot, to continue with the task, but most importantly, make the organization aware of any risks through reporting it in order to take the appropriate control measures to mitigate these risks to an acceptable, safe level.